They're trying to get in and around Indianapolis at the moment. It looks great still, not necessarily dealing with any slowdowns or delays along the interstate system here. This is near I-465 close to 56th Street, and volume is starting to increase, but we haven't seen any reports of any issues here along that stretch of I-465 on the city's east side. But we do have two issues here north and west of Indianapolis. This first one here is where our mobile news tracker was at earlier this morning. This is a building fire off of Falcon Creek Way and 43rd Street. Not seeing many issues in response to that, but if you live within that neighborhood, be aware of that issue. Just east of that, off of Georgetown Road and Lafayette Road, we're dealing with an additional incident there, but we haven't seen many slowdowns with that one this morning. I-465 near Washington Street on the city's east and southeast side. Not bad this morning, but we are seeing more travelers out there, so keep that in mind. Our drive times are pretty quick still, considering that we are seeing an increase in volume. From Pendleton Pike to McCordsville to I-465, you're at a 13-minute drive. 70 from Greenfield into downtown at a 17-minute morning commute, and then 40 from Greenfield to I-465 at a 20-minute morning drive. Seeing huge issues along the interstate, but on the city south side, where we usually start to see volume build, is where we're seeing slowdowns right now. I-465 at Madison Avenue, heading east and westbound. You notice an influx of volume, and you see a few brake lights here along that stretch of I-465. So we are starting to see more cars hit the roadways. You can clearly note where we're seeing that slowdown heading westbound there, just past the I-465 and 65 interchange. They have cleared a lot of the issues we've been tracking early on this morning. So we're starting off with a clean map in terms of incidents this morning. Lafayette Road, we had an earlier issue there near Georgetown Road, and then we had an earlier building fire near 43rd Street. They have cleaned both of those issues up, so no longer seeing any inconveniences for commuters within those communities this morning. Northeast side, 69 or 96th Street looks great. Inbound lanes, not seeing any issues there, and our drive times are all reflecting a great drive into work this morning for you there. 69 from Fishers to I-465 at a quick 4-minute trip. Allisonville Road from Noblesville to I-465 at a 12-minute drive, and then Keystone Parkway from Carmel to Fall Creek, you have a 17-minute morning commute.
Thank you, Stephanie. It is 6:53, 71 degrees. All new next hour, Pack Attack update. Jane King joins us live with the personal information taken from T-Mobile customers. Plus, ready for another round, how soon booster shots could be going into arms and shattered by violence. What we know about the two people shot and killed outside the NHK plant near Frankfurt, and see the new picture and overnight of the suspect.
And welcome to you just a few seconds shy of 7 o'clock. It is the 19th of August, a Thursday.
It is. Marcus Bailey is going to join us here in just a minute with a look at how traffic is shaping up as we get into that rush hour.
First, though, first forecast, Stephanie Mead, there is a little bit of gloom and some fog in some spots.
Yeah, there is some fog in spots, but we're also tracking a little bit of rain, too, especially south of Indianapolis right now. So you can tell it's kind of damp for those waking up in Lawrence County right now. Bedford, seeing plenty of cloud cover, lower 70s this morning, so uncomfortable. It is still really, really warm. But we are factoring in shower chances for a few select spots as we head through this morning. Radar right now showing more activity south of I-70 here, closer to, say, the Columbus area, down near parts of Seymour, Brownstown, and then near, say, just east of Martinsville. That's going to take an east-northeast track there. So I think it's going to miss the metro area this morning. But if you live south of I-70, south and east mainly is where we're picking up on some of those showers for right now. We're also tracking a little bit of patchy fog, too. It is very, very spotty in nature, where a lot of us saw some of that rain. Yesterday is where we're kind of developing that fog, so just be aware of visibility issues for a few select spots. The rain's going to continue to track out of the state, so by around, say, 1 to 2 o'clock in the afternoon, I think we'll see a very similar pattern as to what we've seen the past few days. That isolated pop-up shower or thunderstorm, again, not out of the question through this afternoon. We do manage to pick up on plenty of dry time with a mix of sun and clouds. Temps right now, low 70s pretty much statewide. As we head through the day today and tomorrow, we'll see high temperatures in the middle 80s with that chance of showers and thunderstorms. We are tracking even warmer temperatures. We could be flirting with 90 degrees heading into this upcoming weekend, and we'll possibly show you a string of 90-degree days in the extended forecast, too, coming up here in just a few minutes.
And the North Shadeland Alliance is gathering officials and city leaders to discuss crime in Indianapolis tonight.
The Brownsburg Town Council member has now resigned in the fallout of the foreclosure of his home.
The trouble is, he's still living inside the house. IT Mate's Richard Essex reports the sheriff is giving him 7 days to move.
It's about 7:16 right now for those getting into Indianapolis this morning. We're not necessarily seeing huge issues in terms of our weather conditions. We do have a little bit of a visibility issue for those around central Indiana right now. Some low-lying clouds, also a little bit of haze too. This is northwest of the city along Michigan Road. It is 70 degrees here this morning, so a little bit of fog. They did see some rain up here yesterday afternoon. Right now, radar is showing a few showers south, but here's our fog situation at the moment. Most of it now west of downtown into portions of Lafayette, extending down into Terre Haute. Showers now exiting eastbound, so if you live south of I-70, a few select spots picking up on a few showers here near Columbus. This is now even shifting east of that into portions of Seymour, headed towards the Greensburg area. Anywhere else, though, picking up on that hit or miss isolated showers south and east of Martinsville. A heavier downpour there, but that's going to continue to track out of the state as we head through the rest of this morning. So Indianapolis and points northward, unfortunately not getting in on some of that rain in southern portions of the state this morning. That will continue to move into Ohio. I think by our lunch hour, most of the rain will be gone. And then we'll see those isolated showers really begin to pop as we head through this afternoon, much like the past few days. So they'll be fairly hit and miss. Some of us picking up on more dry time than others. Partly to mostly cloudy skies taking us through this afternoon. 81 degrees by around noon. By 5, we're topping out once again in the middle 80s. It is going to be a stuffy and uncomfortable afternoon for us here. 86 in Indy, 86 in Bloomington, likewise up in Lafayette. Later on tonight, if you have any plans to head out to the Indiana State Fair, it is looking still very warm and uncomfortable. 80 degrees by 9, partly cloudy by 11 o'clock, still in the middle 70s. Lows tonight will fall to the upper 60s to low 70s once again. And as we head through the day on Friday, we'll have an area of high pressure slide just north of the state, and I think a lot of us will see a primarily dry day during the day on Friday. We start off Friday night football tomorrow evening, and I think it'll be welcomed in with mostly cloudy conditions, but mainly dry conditions. It'll also be fairly warm too. 86 degrees in Indianapolis tomorrow, 87 in Bloomington, 88 Lafayette, 89, so almost near 90 for those west of the city. Rain chances still remain in the forecast as we head through the next few days, especially as we head through this weekend, Saturday, Sunday, and then we drop off as we head through early next week. To start off this weekend, area of high pressure still dominating our weather scene for a bit here, and then you'll notice we'll have a cold front out west. That's going to spark up a few showers, maybe a few rumbles of thunder, possibly, and it'll be very isolated in nature like the past few afternoons here in central Indiana. 88 both Saturday and Sunday. Spotty shower and thunderstorm chances continue as we head through the end of this weekend, and then we're really cranking up the heat as we head through the next couple of days. Feel like temperatures by the end of this weekend lower 90s, and then once we actually see our air temperatures hit the low 90s, we're factoring in tropical and very uncomfortable dew point readings. We could be in the mid to upper 90s in terms of feel like temperatures as we head through Tuesday and Wednesday of next week. Extended forecast.
Hey, good morning to you. Thanks for joining us here on Daybreak. It's Thursday, August 19th.
We'll talk traffic here in a minute, see what Marcus has in store as you head out the door.
Let's get to Stephanie Mead and talk about that forecast. I know we need rain, but today it's hot, humid, all of that stuff.
You know, much of the same and more of the same that we've been seeing the past few days. If you get caught underneath the shower or thunderstorm today, you're lucky because we have been seeing very few and far between shower chances over the past, say, week or so. We are waking up to a little bit of fog for those that did see rain yesterday, especially in our westernmost communities here. So some of us did manage to pick up on some rain during the day on Wednesday. Today, we are seeing a few showers around. We'll show you radar here in a few minutes, but most of us seeing some light to moderate fog there near Terre Haute, extending up towards the northwest corner of the state. Right now, Indianapolis is mainly dry. We have a few thunderstorms developing south of I-70 north and east of Bloomington, tracking north of Columbus too, and then additional light to moderate showers here near Seymour, Brownstown, extending into North Vernon, and that's going to track towards the east-northeast as well. So it could clip portions of Greensburg over the next few minutes. Otherwise, this is going to stay well south of the city. Areas from about Indianapolis and points northward, I think, staying dry through the rest of this morning, and then through the afternoon, much of the same. That chance of that isolated shower or thunderstorm popping during the afternoon. Areas staying dry, areas possibly seeing that shower or two, and then later on tonight will diminish that shower opportunity. Right now, temps are in the lower 70s, so it is still warm and uncomfortable. We should warm into the middle 80s once again today, so it is going to be a stuffy and uncomfortable afternoon for us here. We are tracking even warmer temperatures as we head through this weekend. Some locations possibly flirting with 90 degrees. We'll time out our next chance of rain as well, coming up in my full forecast.